Amanda from the Holistic Equestrian. Thank you for joining me today. I'm just doing a bit of a video for a horse that I'm working with at the minute. His name is Rocket and he is a 19-year-old young man, and if you can see his photograph there. So when I'm doing distance work with horses or humans, I always like to be able to access a photo. I ask for a couple and then I just use the one that I'm drawn to the most. I have a little bit of information regarding Rocket. Sometimes I don't know anything about the horse other than their name. And today we're going to be doing a variety of energy work with him. So I will be doing a full Reiki session with him. I will also be doing some crystal pendulum work with his chakras that are out of balance. But I'm also going to be looking at what crystals he would like so that his caregiver can purchase those either from me. My crystals are all for sale, or closer to home. She's actually in America, so it may be cheaper and easier and quicker for her to access them there. That's completely individual choice. So I've got a huge amount of crystals. If you hear me fiddling with paperwork, I've got a few bits and things down here. Bear with me. But I've just kind of chosen the ones that I felt drawn to pick up. I know his caregiver has, she sent me a picture of the ones that she's got, and I think she also mentioned that she'd got a couple more, I think Obsidian, I don't think I wrote it down actually. So yeah, so just to give him some really good options of what's available, and then from there we're going to decipher whether the best place for those crystals to be used for him. So whether they might be buried where he's ridden, whether his caregiver holds them when she's in his presence, whether there's somewhere safe that they can be placed for him. So just deciding the best way of using the crystals for him. So I think I might just disappear a minute. So it was quite hard to figure out a way of filming this, getting all of the crystals in and myself, and it's just not going to work. And I'm sure you prefer to look at the pretty crystals rather than me. So just before I started, I have lit my candle for intention. I've lit my candle and set my intention. Whenever I'm doing energy work, I always set my intention to whatever I'm doing. So whatever healing energy I'm sending to that horse or human is within that intention, and that they receive the healing that they need to receive. Intention is really a big part of the work that I do. I've also then done some cleansing of the area, which is what I also always like to do. So I've just cleansed the crystals, I've cleansed myself, and I've cleansed the photo as well of Rocket, and just sending him those cleansing vibes and intention. I have my pendulum, and I always say my pendulums are programmed for me. I work with them regularly. I know what the yeses are and what the nos are. I always suggest that when you're doing this work yourself, that you take that time to tune into your own pendulums and program them and ask really simple questions to receive a yes. So, for example, I would say, my name is Amanda. I know that my pendulum's going to go in a circular motion for a yes. And I'd say something like, my name is Simon, and it will go back and forwards in a straight line for a no. So I already know what my yeses and nos are, but just take that time. And if you're struggling, reach out, send me a message. Sometimes it happens very quickly, sometimes it can take more time. When you get a new pendulum, cleanse it first, charge it, so cleanse it using celandine, charge it under the sun, cleanse it under the full moon. You know, there's an array of things that you can do so that you can get the most out of your tools as possible. So what I'm going to do is once I kind of come out of view of the camera, I'm going to take some time to tune in with Rocket, and then I'm going to ask his permission to work with him and to do this energy work with him, and just to let him know what's happening. And I do that not only through my mind's eye, if you like, Jedi, but it is, again, it's intention that I'm wanting to communicate with him. It's intention that I'm wanting to send him healing energy, and also using images to explain what I'm wanting to do. Horses are very, very apt to picking up that imagery. So that's what I will be doing there. And then I'm going to go across the different gemstones and points and crystals that I've got laid out, and just be tuning in on each one with Rocket. Would you like this? Do you need this? I don't think he'd say yes to everything. I've never had a horse or a human come back with a yes for everything. So it's just deciphering which ones that he needs it or wants at this time, and then just letting his caregiver know, and she can make those decisions on you know, what she'd like to purchase, if she'd like to purchase all of them, some of them, one of them. You know, that's a completely individual choice. I'm just here to gather the information and to pass that on to her, and then I'll be doing some further work with him after I've done this recording. So just bear with me whilst I set myself up. Okay, so I am just tuning into his photo here. Oops. So I'm just sending him some images in my mind of the setup that I've got here and how I'd like to work with him. I'm just explaining that this is something that his caregiver, his mum, would like to do with him to help support him. Just check that I've got everything out that I need. I think I've got these ones. Yeah. Okay, all right. So I'm going to start with the black obsidian, and I'm just asking Rocket, would you like black obsidian? Oh, it's a bit annoying that you can't actually see my hand, so you can't. I promise you that I'm not moving the pendulum, and if you watch my other videos you'll see how I work. If I go too close to the actual crystal, it distorts the reading that I'm going to get. I might just try and stay there, because normally I kind of hold it, you know, 3/4 of the way up. I'm just going to see what kind of a reading I get if I hold it lower so that the camera can see. So I don't want to be distorting the reading. Obsidian. Okay, I actually feel that that's a bit too frantic for the actual
pendulum. I'm not very happy with how it feels there, but like I say, if you I've got a number of videos where I'm using my pendulum and you can see my hand fully, and you can my explanations of how I use it, and it's not myself moving it. I don't gain anything at all from moving the pendulum in this situation, not any situation. Okay, and we've got a fly to join the shoe fly. Okay, so forward and backwards is a no for that one. Okay, so going for the Amazonite. Remove that one. Serpentine. Ah, there we go. There's a yes. So this gemstone is all to do with supporting the meditative state, spiritual connection. I'm just going to pop that to one side just so that I remember my yeses. Go to rainbow fluorite. That is a no. Multicoloured calcite, which is a beautiful one. No. Tourmalated quartz. No. Flower agate. No. Ooh, maybe went over that one then. No. Actually, I've just realised that you can't see these. Can you see these properly? So this is the lapis, and that's in resin. So it's actually the energies of the gemstones are different within this. It's got tiny little bits of lapis within resin. The one that he said yes to is the beautiful serpentine point. Points are wonderful to use if you're doing crystal grids. Just give the pendulum time to come back in. No. Smoky Quartz. I'll show you a bit better in a second. Yeah, look at that, a nice big yes for that one. So these are the Smoky Quartz points. So we'll say yes to those ones, actually 3 of those. And then we've got green venturine. Ooh, that was me then spraying it, let's just stop it there. That's a no. So no to that one. Pedalite, that's a no. We've got onyx. Okay, so that's a yes to that one. So these are my. Let's not break the bowl. So there's the onyx tumble stones, and that one's fell out, so I'm just going to put that one there. Black stones are really good for grounding energies and for protection. Just bear with me a second. Citrine. That's a no. Pink opal. There's a big no. So this is the beautiful rough chunk of pink opal. These are some of the citrine points. I'm going to move to my bowl. We've got amethyst. Which are wonderful healing stones, one of my favourite. That's a no. And we've got rose quartz. That's a yes. So that's a beautiful one for love, self-love. Oh, are we a no? What are we doing here, guys? Just tune back into rocket. Spare me a second. No, that wasn't. Oh, okay, we're going back to a yes. I think he's a little bit unsure here. Okay, so yeah, we're going to go for a yes for the rose quartz. Self-love, acceptance, loving others, relationships. Very nice, soft, gentle stone. Clear quartz. That's a no. Just double checking. The ones over here. I've got a yes to the sodalite, and then you've got different variations in the colours of the sodalite. Really, really nice stones for the throat chakra. It'll be interesting when I do his chakras, just to see what comes up there. So they are the main crystals that have come up. What I might do is just put these to the side just for a second. Just bear with me. So this is a photo of the points that his caregiver has. I think we've got, it's hard to tell. It is actually really, really hard to tell from the photograph. I'm not sure if this is rose quartz. This looks like a chevron amethyst. We could have Dalmatian jasper. It's really difficult to actually tell when people message me and say, oh, I've got this crystal and do you know what it is, because they come in, you know, tumbled stones, rough stones, they points, all different things. So and I don't actually need to know what they are, but I can just kind of tune in again with Rocket and just ask him if he would like any of these. And yeah, so that's a yes. This first one that I thought was like a pink quartz, or maybe it's a clear quartz. It's a very pale colour, but it's hard to tell from my printout. So the second one from the left hand side. That's a no. Third one. No. Fourth one. No. 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 Okay, so yes to the second one from the right. And a no for the last one. So in terms of the crystals that his owner's got, it's this one and the first one. And then we've got the serpentine point. We've got the smoky quartz. We've got the rose quartz, sodalite, and the obsidian. So they're the ones that he's chosen. So I've got some more work to do with Rocket, but I just thought I would share this video with you today. Thank you very much for watching. Any questions, you know where I am. Take care. Bye bye.